All right, Scrap fans, let's get involved in this first semi-final for the EMS 23 League. Let's introduce the players. I have got HangemHigh playing Zerg in the top right of Solaris, GreyRavon playing Zerg in the bottom left. It is a Zerg versus Zerg, as Rotterdam would say. It's a knife fight in a phone box. So let's see what's going to happen here. I think I might have an inkling of what we're in for. I played a few games with GreyRavon not that long ago. She was practicing a build. It is strong. However, if that's what she plays, it's also quite all in. So yeah, we'll see if that's what she goes for. It was a very potent roach play. So far, look at the production tab here. Both of these players pretty much exactly mirrored, which isn't really a surprise. HangemHigh's coming down for the hatch first, GreyRavon coming down for the hatch first. So both the hatches go down. And what you'd normally expect here is classic Zerg opener, hatch gas pull as pretty standard. So I think both of these have done this in the same order. It's not super critical how you do it. Some people like to build an overlord before they're blocked. A lot of people as Zerg just go right up to 14, then build the overlord. And when the overlord comes out, you've got enough minerals to build 3 workers. One of those workers will rally down onto the natural to build the hatchery. The other 2 saturate the main. Then your next worker built, you rally straight across onto the gas and build the gas. The next worker built, you rally onto your creep and you build a spawning pool. And the next 3 workers you build, you rally into the gas. The absolute criticalities of when you build your overlord aren't really that crucial. They don't make too much of a difference. The key difference is that you can do to mix it up. If you want, you can do the double extractor trick. Delay the overlord, get saturated first, and that tends to mean you have more minerals quicker, but fewer workers. So it can, if you're going to rush a lot of lings or something like that, that can get those lings out a little fraction faster than you otherwise would. So yeah, GreyRavon just building 4 lings and HangemHigh building 2 lings at this stage. And again, whether you build 2, whether you build 4, it's not radically different. These are safety lings. These are lings to get out in the map, have a look around, see what's up. They're lings that mean if your opponent has done something drastic and maybe 6 lings turn up, these 2 can buy you enough time, wait for your queen to get out. They can buy you enough time to get a spine crawler down if it's a lot of lings day. That's really what they're going to do. So this overlord's pretty deep and there's creep up to here. I feel like if GreyRavon had a chest that she might have got that. There's creep the whole way to here. So the way to do it would be to run the queen to this point and then essentially stutter step the queen in slow motion across the slow bit. And I don't think that overlord would have got away if that had been the case. Now, both players building a roach warren. Oh, it wasn't a roach warren for GreyRavon, it was an Evo. It's double Evo at the front and roach warren at the front. And this, I'm pretty sure, is the build that she was playing against me. So this is going to be a very strong, essentially a 2-base roach all in. Don't know what this guy's doing. Don't know what this dude's doing there at all. I think that's just a mistake. I don't think that should be there at all. So with the double Evo, she can get 1-1 pretty quickly. Now, this is where the builds have diverged. HangemHigh doesn't have an Evo, but he is going for the lair. So both of them going, I mean, this is a really quick lair. But look, there's no third here for GreyRavon. There is a third for HangemHigh. There's 2 Evos here for GreyRavon. And the first upgrade starting, it's missile attacks. The double gas coming down, you do need a fair bit of gas for roaches. The other thing to look for is the supply spiking. Roaches cost you a lot of supply. And there's a couple of ways you can do that. Some players like to get a little batch of overlords out first, nice and early, to build up that supply. So you just kind of pump overlords while you're waiting for your roach warren to finish up, while you're waiting for your speed upgrade to finish up, and you just build nothing but overlords, so that once the speed is finished, once your lair is finished and speed is finished, you can then just hold down the R button. Other players do it as a, each overlord buys you like 4 roaches worth of supply or something. So with your 2 hatcheries and queen injects, you get 10 larvae. You build 2 overlords and 8 roaches with each round of larvae that comes out. Doesn't really matter which way around you do that. you're ultimately turning minerals and gas into overlords and roaches. So GreyRavon slightly ahead. In fact, yeah, GreyRavon ahead in workers, and only slightly down in army. Looking at the production tab, very similar things happening. So HangemHigh actually going for roaches as well, and he is going to push out. No, he isn't. I was going to say he's going to come out onto the map, but it's GreyRavon that's coming across the map. And if we look at the army supplies right now, 42-42, they are dead evenly matched. This isn't a place that I would choose to fight. I would keep my roaches on the high ground. Now there is an overlord down here. The last place you want to be is in this choke. You want to be, you need an arc. You know, if it comes to a roach battle, this type of style used to be popular a while back, and it kind of faded, which is arguably a relief, because it used to end in pretty tedious roach battles where there was just two lines of roaches splitting the screen. So yeah, this isn't a great position to fight in. However, HangemHigh's roaches weren't in a great arc to begin with. GreyRavon wisely retreating there, because you're going to get a pissed in there. HangemHigh, if you can see this coming, I don't know why there isn't. Oh, there's an overlord here. You can have your roaches pre-positioned in an arc. So GreyRavon's going to come around here, big wide ramp, and surely this overlord should have seen this coming. These queens are going to be in trouble pretty quickly. It isn't going to take the roaches long to focus on the first queen. So yeah, this is a slightly better arc for GreyRavon, but it's not great. A lot of roaches at the back here are not shooting. The reach around, I like a great deal. That is splitting the fire from HangemHigh. Let's have a look at the numbers. The numbers are higher for GreyRavon, but are they all in this fight? I'm not sure how many of them are halfway across the map. A reasonable few by the looks of things, but it looks like the slightly better concave helps, sure, but I think the bigger deal... No, they've both got +1, have they? Both got +1. What gives? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe GreyRavon was there in slightly bigger numbers. It does look like HangemHigh is beginning to clean this up, but these roaches are on a bad rally. They're just walking past these roaches of GreyRavon's, taking a lot of shots to the grill. The queens have gone down for HangemHigh, so there's not going to be any more injects. Is he short of money? He is short of money. So there's no more... Hang on. Did I miss... Oh yeah, I missed something important. Yeah, so HangemHigh's had to pull the workers at this point, and that is never anything you want to be happening. You do not want your workers trying to fight roaches. This is pretty nasty. I think to some extent, rather than a worker pull, I would have preferred to see several of the workers turn into spine crawlers, and that maybe gives you more of a chance. But now that those workers are gone, HangemHigh just doesn't have the mineral income to sustain the sort of roach production that we've seen happening for GreyRavon. GreyRavon 40 workers to 21, 54 army supply to 24. It looks like she's done it. I cannot imagine HangemHigh holds from here. There's no spines in production. The Hydra Den is up. The third is up. This is all resources that were spent on things that were not roaches. Meanwhile, over here, none of the above. There isn't a third. There isn't a Hydra Den. There isn't even creep connecting these two. So, you know, we've skimped on queens, we've skimped on tech, we've skimped on everything to get the maximum number of roaches out. But my goodness, it hits hard. And it has worked. GreyRavon takes the first.